point of sale has great-looking Sea Unicorns items and some great retro Navigators t-shirts. Check it out. 9, Yadi Gonzalez. Batting second and playing shortstop from Central Connecticut State University, number 32, Chris Bacchussi. Batting third and doing the catching from Lehigh University, number 4, Ian Wirtz. Batting in the cleanup position and playing first base from Brandeis University, number 34, Andrew Keeler. Batting fifth, the designated hitter from Salem State University, number 8, Antonio Belgrove. Batting sixth and playing center field from Salem State University, number 22, Mark Smith. Batting seventh and playing right field from St. John's University, number 23, Dylan Kennedy. Batting eighth and playing second base from Salem State University, number 17, Ethan Stapoutis. Batting ninth and playing left field from Quinnipiac University, number 52, Sam Amatrano. And pitching this evening for the Silver Storm out of Wheaton College, number 10, John DeBarber. The head coach for Wallingford is Bruno Castaldi. He is assisted by Ryan Santor and Dennis Boucher. And now, fans, here's the starting lineup for your Norwich Sea Unicorns. Leading off and playing shortstop, Fairfield University, number 1, Nick Storino. Batting second and playing second base, Rutgers University, number 27, Nick Tomasetto. Batting third and playing right field from Northern Oklahoma, number 3, Christian Storatis. Batting in the cleanup position and doing the catching from the University of Connecticut, number 33, Michael Oates. Batting fifth and playing third base from Lackawanna College, number 37, Aiden McNally. Batting sixth and playing first base from Galveston College, number 23, M.D. Connor. Batting seventh and playing center field from Stony Brook University, number 26, Chris Carson. Batting eighth and playing left field from Rutgers University, number 2, Jack Sweeney. Batting ninth, your designated hitter from Fairfield University, number 6, Aiden Baglino. Pitching this evening for your Sea Unicorns, number 14, Connor Jensen, out of Southern New Hampshire University. The manager for Norwich is Kevin Murphy. Associate manager Kyle Dembrowski. Assistant coaches Noah Plantamuro, Ryan Hyde, and Luke Broadhurst. Fans, those were tonight's starting lineups, and you'll find the starting lineups are also posted on the wall on the concourse behind the press box. Ladies and gentlemen, we're pleased to welcome Eastern Connecticut Hematology and Oncology and the Echo Cancer Foundation in the house tonight for Strikeout Cancer Night. Eastern Connecticut Hematology and Oncology is Connecticut's leading independent practice, providing patients access to exceptional care and access to cutting-edge clinical trials in a personalized, community-based setting. To learn more about Echo and the Echo Cancer Foundation, please visit www.echoassociates.com. We want to acknowledge all the patients, family, and caregivers here tonight. Cancer is not easy, but with the care and support of family, friends, and caregivers, the fight becomes more manageable. Tonight we celebrate you. You can say patients Tom Blumey, Joyce Redmond, and Carolyn Horton will be throwing the first pitch. They're joined on the field by some of their talented clinical team from Eastern Connecticut Hematology and Oncology. Okay, the first pitch is a one-hop strike. Here comes the next one, a high strike. Let's get that strikeout. And we did, right down the middle, 3 strikes in a row. Thank you, Tom, Joyce, and Carolyn, and enjoy tonight's game.
Why not an exhibition? That's right. Hello and welcome to historic Senator Thomas J. Dodd Memorial Stadium. I'm Adam Player, excited to bring you coverage of Norwich Unicorn baseball on this thirsty Thursday. Fresh off a dramatic walk-off victory for the Norwich Unicorns, who stunned the New Britain Bees in extra innings yesterday. This one is not a Futures League baseball contest, as the Brockton Rocks are not in town due to some outside circumstances beyond the control of the Norwich Unicorns. They get back to work tomorrow in the Futures League, a big matchup against the Vermont Lake Monsters, a rematch of last season's Future League Championship, which was won by your Norwich Unicorns right on this very field just about 1 year ago. As we close in on the playoff race, we take a look at those updated Future League baseball standings here. Get you everything that you need to know heading into this thirsty Thursday matchup. Obviously, this one is only an exhibition contest, but there's plenty going on around the Futures League here on this Thursday. Plenty of matchups with plenty of playoff implications. Norwich Unicorns currently atop the league standings, holding a record of 35-19. A league best 16 over 500. Norwich continuing to play some of their best baseball here as of late, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. A tough loss to begin that doubleheader yesterday, as it was the New Britain Bees erupting for 4 runs in the 9th inning. Just the second blown save of the summer for Jimmy Mulvaney, who has been so lights out for Norwich. But the offense picking up Jimmy in Game 2. A big comeback victory. Here's a look at those updated standings here across the Futures League as we enter play here on August 1st. Norwich, as we said, atop the league standings. Now winners of 2 straight ball games. In second place is the Westfield Starfires. They will be in action here tonight. Norwich currently has a doubleheader scheduled with Westfield. That will take place on Saturday. Westfield 31-20, 11 over 500. They dropped their last contest against the Brockton Rocks 4-3 on July 30th. They were rained out yesterday, and they will next play on August 2nd against the Future League Road Warriors. Third place in the Future League standings are the Vermont Lake Monsters, 29-23, 6 games over 500, 5-5 over their last 5 ball games. Were victorious last over the Worcester Bravehearts 9-8 yesterday in a game that started very late into the night, almost at 10 o'clock Eastern time. That game finally was underway. Westfield Starfires and Vermont Lake Monsters in action here tonight at Centennial Field. Vermont will see Norwich tomorrow, and in fourth to round out the Future League standings are the New Britain Bees, 28-23. They're just 3-7 over their last 10 ball games. Britain will play the Worcester Bravehearts. That ball game just about to start. 6:35 local time start for the Worcester Bravehearts and the New Britain Bees. That's a look at the top 4 of the Future League standings as we get ready for some Thursday baseball exhibition version here from Dodd Stadium, as the Norwich Unicorns will play the Wallingford Silver Storm of the Connecticut Collegiate Baseball League. We'll take a timeout. We'll step aside. When we come back, lineups, first pitch around the corner here on this thirsty Thursday.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Summer is here and the temps are soaring, but it seems like insurance prices are too. Let the Burns Agency bring the relief. Our quality coverage at unmatched pricing with top-notch service makes us the trusted choice for Eastern Connecticut. Home, auto, business, life, the Burns Agency does it all. We're a third-generation, locally owned and operated agency with 2 convenient locations. Walk in, give us a call, or chat online today. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome onto the field your 2024 Norwich Sea Unicorns. At this time, fans, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats, as we will now honor America and those defending our freedoms with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. A number change. The Sea Unicorns catcher, Michael Oates, tonight will be wearing number 24. And now, let's play ball.
Ready to go for some exhibition baseball here from beautiful Dodd Stadium here on this thirsty Thursday, as the Sea Unicorns will hand the baseball over to right-hander from Southern New Hampshire University, Connor Jensen, who's not a member of the official Norwich Sea Unicorn roster, but is going to get the baseball here tonight, and the key for that is to try and save arms with the postseason right around the corner. Strategic move used there by manager Kevin Murphy, but also an opportunity for the right-hander Jensen to get some work in here this summer. The Shelton, Connecticut native, a rising junior with Southern New Hampshire, this past spring pitched to a 12.38 ERA. 0-0 record over 5 appearances, 8 innings of work, allowed 11 earned runs, 5 walks to 8 strikeouts in his first season of collegiate baseball. He'll match up against the Wallingford Silver Storm of the Connecticut Collegiate Baseball League. Here's a look at their batting order designed by Silver Storm manager Bruno Castaldi. Leading off at third base is Yadriel Gonzalez. Batting second, the shortstop, Chris Barkassi. Batting third and doing the catching, Ian Wirtz. In the cleanup spot at first base, Andrew Keeler. Batting fifth is the designated hitter, Antonio Belgrove. Batting sixth in center field, Mark Smith. Batting seventh in right field, Dylan Kennedy. Batting eighth at second base, Ethan Steputis. And batting ninth in left field, Sam Amartano. That's the batting order. That's crafted by Wallingford Silver Storm manager Bruno Castaldi. 11-10 record for the Silver Storm in the Connecticut Collegiate Baseball League. And the Norwich Unicorns, a future league best, 16 games over 500. This ball game does not count, nor do their stats. But this league is all about development and allowing players an opportunity to take their talents to the next level. Certainly plenty of risers here within the roster for Norwich. That's something unique about the Futures League, is having the ability for guys who are yet to start their collegiate career a chance to play at the next level and start to make that transition from high school to collegiate level baseball. So no Brockton Rocks in town here tonight, but it's the Wallingford Silver Storm. A deep fly ball out to center field. It's going to go all the way out to the wall. Extra bases on the way for Gonzalez, who takes a wide turn around second. It sent the center fielder, Chris Carson, all the way back to the wall in the left center field gap. And it's the Storm off and running early with a leadoff double. Fastball slider change mix for Connor Jensen, the starting pitcher for the Norwich Unicorns here in this exhibition matchup. Had a chance to speak with him a little bit. His goal is just to try and attack the strike zone. Make sure he has feel of all his pitches here tonight and try and work ahead in counts. Aggressive on the first pitch was Gonzalez, who finds himself in a scoring position. We'll bring up the shortstop, Chris Barkassi. Delivery home is taken for a called strike on the inside corner. Got underway here tonight at 6:34 local time here in Eastern Connecticut. Hot, humid summer day here in Norwich. Game time temperature on the field is 87 degrees. Real feel of 91 with no cloud coverage, sunny skies. Beautiful day for baseball as the count is even. 1-1 to the shortstop, Barkassi. The right-hander set at the belt. Waiting for the sign from his catcher, Michael Oates. As ball 2 misses outside, went with the slider on that go-around. And the count moves to 2-1. Norwich defensively here tonight. Aiden McNally, who we saw at first base last night, is the third baseman. Nick Storino, the shortstop. Nick Tomasetto at second base, and M.D. Connor, the first baseman. Tomasetto, the second baseman, shifted over towards that second base bag as the fastball just misses downstairs for ball 3. Chris Barkassi out of Central Connecticut State University, played in just 5 contests at Central Connecticut to a .400 batting average this past spring. Here comes the 3-1 home. A wave and a miss there for strike 2. 5'11", 175 from the right side of the box. Hometown of Wallingford, Connecticut. Sticking with his hometown team here this summer with the Silver Storm. Members of the Connecticut Collegiate Baseball League. Count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Jensen set at the belt and takes a look back at the runner, and the delivery home is cut on and missed for strike 3. A strikeout for the first out of the night for Jensen, who was able to go after the shortstop, Barkassi. Take a look at the full count delivery home from Jensen. He was able to attack there with a slider that had some running action inside. Bring up the catcher, Ian Wirtz, out of Lehigh. Checks his first swing, and they will rule that he did go around. Ian Wirtz, 5'10", 190. Attended Cheshire Academy, also the home of Anthony Tirado, A.J. Solder, a couple members of the Norwich Unicorns. They're not in the lineup here tonight. Cheshire has become a popular name. Powerhouse prep school in Connecticut for high school baseball. A swing and a miss there for strike two. The count quickly jumps to no balls and 2 strikes. Count leverage here for the starter, Connor Jensen. Trying to locate a second out here in the top of the first. Look at the runners. Got a wide lead. The 0-2 delivery's popped up. Oates chasing after it towards the Silver Storm dugout as it goes tumbling back into the Wallingford dugout. It was an extended lead on the second base bag for Yadriel Gonzalez. He looked like he was almost ready to take off. Good thing that one trailed out into the seats. Could have been a potential inning-ending double play. Wirtz, a native of Cheshire, Connecticut. As strike two is lifted back and out of play. In his high school career at Cheshire, and then completed his high school at Choate. Rising sophomore at Lehigh. Trying to battle with 2 strikes against the Unicorn starter, Connor Jensen. Has full control, nothing in 2 against the righty bat of Ian Wirtz. The 0-2 coming home is taken just outside, attacked with the fastball. Wirtz doing the catching here tonight for Wallingford, 6 feet, 190 the measurables. Right-hander at the belt, set and ready to come home. The 1-2 is taken downstairs, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The outfield alignment for Norwich from left to right. Jack Sweeney in left field. Chris Carson in center, and Christian Stratus, we've seen at third base primarily all summer. A little bit of left field as well as the right fielder. Michael Oates doing the catching for Connor Jensen, who's ready to come home. The 2-2 pitch. Back up the middle. It's out of the reach of the shortstop, Storino. Around third and coming home to score is Gonzalez. It's a 1-out RBI base knock for Ian Wirtz. And it's the Storm who have the first run of the night. Well, what a battle there. Wirtz able to come up on the right side of it. Held off a number of tough pitches and had a couple of nice takes. Showed some plate discipline to come through as he worked the count even. And a nice little battle there with Connor Jensen. It'll bring up the first baseman, Andrew Keeler, out of Brandeis University. Seymour, Connecticut native. Checks his first swing, but it's a called strike on the outside corner. Wallingford Silver Storm in their road red uniforms with the white trim and the white numbers. Norwich in their alternate navies here. First time they're wearing those at home this summer. Norwich this season in the navy blue uniforms, 5-4 record. Saw them in their navies earlier this week against the New Britain Bees, coming out victorious 11-5. There's the pitch lifted, jam the batter Keeler on the hands in left field and make the catch on it. Jack Sweeney against the sidewall adjacent to the Wallingford Silver Storm bullpen, which is currently unattended. Had to go a long way to make the catch out there, Jack Sweeney, for out number 2 in the Silver Storm first. Bring up the designated hitter, Antonio Belgrove. Belgrove in the left side of the box. Second lefty in the batting order here for the Storm. Belgrove out of Salem State University. 6 feet 175 from Stamford, Connecticut. Trying to extend the road first as the changeup sails upstairs and the count is even. Belgrove attended Cheshire Academy. As we've talked about, has become a hotbed for baseball in Connecticut. Count is even. The 1-1 delivery is outside for ball 2. Runner aboard at first is Ian Wirtz. He drove in the first run of the night with an RBI base hit out into left field. Right-hander Jensen set at the belt. The 2-1 delivery is a strike on the outside corner. Only action there with the breaking ball, and the count is even. This past spring at Salem State, over 37 games, a .319 batting average, but he swings and misses for strike 3 to take care of Belgrove. And the inning is over. A couple of hits in the inning and a run for the visitors. It's Wallingford who has an early 1-0 lead. Norwich coming to the plate. This is Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
It's safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Pitcher also came through here on his way up to the big leagues. And we honored Willie Mays. He was at home plate as we honored him back in the early 2000s.
Just about set for the home first as Nick Storino will kick us off. Here's a look at the batting order for manager Kevin Murphy in this exhibition contest. Leading off is the shortstop Nick Storino. Batting second at second base, Nick Tomasetto. Christian Stratus batting third, he's in right field. Michael Oates doing the catching, batting fourth. Eden McNelly batting fifth, he's at third base. M.D. Connor, the first baseman, batting sixth. Chris Carson in center field. He was the hero last night. He bats seventh. Jack Sweeney in left field batting eighth, and Aiden Baglino doing the catching. He bats ninth. Starting pitcher for the Wallingford Silver Storm is John DeBarber. First two miss outside to the Fairfield product, Nick Storino. The 2-0 coming home, ripped over to first. Snared by the first baseman. Keeler will win the race to the first base bag to retire Storino.
The second baseman from Rutgers University, number 27, Nick Tomasetto.
We'll bring up Nick Tomasetto with one out in the Norwich first. Tomasetto aggressive, is able to flare it over to the shortstop. Tough play over there for Barkasi. He's going to hold on to it. That's a good feeling for Tomasetto. Fortunately, the hit doesn't count for him statistically. Tomasetto had struggled coming into play here tonight, 0 for its last 15. Just looking for anything, little blooper, little flare. Nick Tomasetto aboard. It's the first hit of the night for Norwich. Bring up Christian Stratus. Got himself a couple of hits. Pair of singles in game 2. On the nose, out into center field. It's a line drive base knock. Back-to-back hits for Norwich here in the home first, and they're in business.
Your catcher from the University of Connecticut, number 24, Michael Oates.
We'll bring up the Yukon product, Michael Oates. Don Barber out of Seymour, Connecticut. Wrapped up his first season at Wheaton College with the Lions. Not seeing any playing time as a rookie. Prior to that, attended Seymour High School. 3-year letter winner in baseball for the Wildcats and named to the Connecticut All-State team at Seymour. As ball one misses outside to the Unicorn catcher, Michael Oates, who's wearing 24 instead of his regular 33. Had some success last night against the Bees. The 1-0 delivery is a strike. Counted into the outside corner. The count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Even count delivery misses further outside, and the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Oates last night, 2 for 3, including a double. That helped set the stage for the comeback mission last night in game 2 of the doubleheader. As he swings through strike 2, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The defensive outlook for the Silver Storm. Yadi Gonzalez is the third baseman. Over at short, Chris Barkasi. At second base, Ethan Stipaniudis. And at first base, Andrew Keeler. The 2-2 delivery home is just outside for ball 3, and the count is full. The outfield alignment from left to right. In left field is Sam Amertano. The center fielder, Mark Smith. As the 3-2 pitch comes home, is a fly ball crushed out towards left field. Still moving back at the warning track, making the catch over the shoulder is Amertano. Tagging up and taking third is Nick Tomasetto. Oh boy, Michael Oates scolded that one out to left field. Take a look though at the route efficiency out there by Amertano to track that one down on a well-hit baseball out towards the wall in left field. Incredible over-the-shoulder catch on the run. Bring up the third baseman, Aiden McNally. McNally just trying to get himself right offensively. 0 for his last 7. After struggling against the New Britain Bees as he's jammed inside for strike 2. McNally out of Limerick, Pennsylvania, 6 feet 215. Wrapped up his first season of junior college baseball at Lackawanna. Trying to protect with 2 strikes. The 0-2 delivery home is cut on and missed for strike 3. Big strikeout of McNally to end the threat for Norwich, who go down, leaving a pair of runners aboard. Headed to the second inning next here in Norwich. This is Unicorns Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Available, please visit VantageSports.com to check availability. Thank you, Vantage Sports. Will Garrett Triggs please report to the Dime Bank information booth? Garrett Triggs to the information booth, please. Once again, fans, please purchase a K Cancer sign. They're available for $1 on the concourse behind home plate. On the concourse, behind home plate, behind the press box. $1 for a K Cancer sign tonight. Thank you. Leading off the top half of inning number 2 for the Silver Storm, the center fielder, Salem State University, number 22, Mark Smith.
Center fielder Mark Smith will kick things off for the Silver Storm to begin inning number 2 against starter Connor Jensen, who surrendered a run on a pair of hits. In the first inning, the first pitch home is a fastball labeled on the outside corner for strike 1. Mark Smith out of Salem State from East Haven, Connecticut. Attended Sacred Heart High School. The 0-1 pitch launched foul out into the concourse of the first base side, and quickly the count's no balls and 2 strikes. Mark Smith in center field tonight for the Silver Storm. 5'9", 160. Right-handed batting center fielders in the number 6 spot of the batting order for manager Calstati. In on the hands, a flare out into the right center field gap. It's going to split the right fielder and the center fielder Stratus and Carson. It's a leadoff double. So back-to-back frames that the Silver Storm begin with extra bases. Really don't know how Smith was able to even get a hold of that. It was up and in a difficult spot to try and get to the baseball. And it's the Silver Storm in business to begin the second. Chance for Dylan Kennedy, the right fielder. Nobody out, and a runner aboard in scoring position. Dylan Kennedy will be headed to St. John's in the fall. Product of Cheshire Academy. This is a roster full of them. Plenty of stars coming out of Cheshire. Jensen set at the belt. The 1-0 delivery is lifted foul off to the distance on the right field line. And the count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Time called as they take a moment to reset the scoreboard with the count even. 1 ball and 1 strike to the right fielder Dylan Kennedy, who bats with nobody out in a runner in scoring position. That's Mark Smith at second base. The 1-1 delivery is a breaking ball in on the hands, flared out into right field. Advancing from second to third is Mark Smith, and there's runners at the corners. Back-to-back knocks against Connor Jensen to start things out in the road second. We'll bring up Ethan Staputis, second baseman with nobody out and runners at the corners. Staputis out of Prospect, Connecticut. Headed to Woodland College in the fall. Delivery home is a fastball outside for ball 1. Production from the 6 and 7 spot in the batting order for Wallingford. Leadoff double followed by a base hit by Dylan Kennedy. As the Silver Storm in business in the second, the runner is in motion. That is Kennedy. The throw down to second is a good one, but it's not in time. Swipe bag for Dylan Kennedy, who moves into scoring position, and runners at second and third for Wallingford with nobody out. Jensen trying to battle here as ball 2 misses upstairs. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Staputis, who's at second base tonight for Wallingford. There are runners in scoring position with still no outs. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Fastball in on the hand, sliced foul off down the first base side. And the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mort still playing at standard depth everywhere. Brad Osmus, when we talk about Cheshire Academy, an alum from Cheshire. Got a couple of big league jobs with the Detroit Tigers and the Angels. There's the breaking ball. That again is crushed foul off to the first base side, and the count still even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jensen set at the belt. Here comes the 2-2 home to Staputis. Is downstairs for ball 3. Good block there by Michael Oates to keep that one in front of him. And the count is full. Jensen in danger of walking the bases loaded here in the second. Dangerous Wallingford lineup with plenty of depth right now. Showing their balance already with 4 hits. 2 in the first, 2 more in the second. The 3-2 delivery is going to be ruled as strike 3. Unable to hold up there, Staputis. It's a big strikeout for Jensen. And out number 1 in inning number 2. Third strikeout of the night for Jensen. We'll bring up the number 9 hitting left fielder, Sam Amertrano. Jensen set at the belt. The delivery home is downstairs for ball 1. Sam Amertrano out of Quinnipiac with the Bobcats. Left field tonight for Wallingford. Chance to break the ball game open. The 1-0 delivery coming home is outside for ball 2. Which has a couple of Quinnipiac members themselves, including Alex Irizarry, Mike Poncini. A couple of teammates of Amertrano at the collegiate level. The 2-0 delivery is taken for strike 1. That looked a bit outside from us up here as Oates down to go and get it, but count is 2 balls and 1 strike. On the ground is second. Tomasetto there to collect it. Will fire over to first. It'll plate the second run of the night as Mark Smith comes home to score. It's an RBI ground out for Sam Amertrano. The lead's extended to 2-0. For the top of the order, it's Yadriel Gonzalez, who began the ball game with a ringing double out to center field. Chased the center fielder, Chris Carson, all the way out into the wall in the left center field gap. 2 outs, a base runner standing at third. That is Dylan Kennedy. Well, 1 is outside. The fastball. 4-seam look from Connor Jensen, trying to battle his way through inning number 2 with limited damage. This is only going to be a 7-inning exhibition contest here on this thirsty Thursday. Jensen's 1-0 pitch over the head there of Gonzalez. Count is quickly 2 balls and no strikes. Gonzalez at Salem State studying sports and movement science. Had a successful spring at Salem, batting .328 as he sends strike 1 foul out into the concourse on the first base side. 20 RBIs, 22 runs scored with 5 stolen bases. .6'2", 180 in the right side of the box is Gonzalez, the leadoff hitter for Wallingford. The 2-1 delivery is a fly ball in the air that's going to sail foul out into the bleachers down the right field line, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Base runner at third is Dylan Kennedy. Had a RBI, had a base knock to follow the leadoff double. The 2-2 from Jensen, back up the middle, it's a base hit. RBI knock for the leadoff man Gonzalez, who's 2 for 2 tonight, and the lead is 3-0 for Wallingford.
The shortstop, Chris Barkassi.
Fast start for Wallingford. 3 runs on 5 hits, and the inning will continue for Chris Barkassi, who was punched out in his first trip to the plate. Wallingford's been swinging the bats so far tonight, but Jensen working ahead with a first pitch strike on the outside corner. The spot start for Jensen. Delivers ball 1, low and inside. Was not what was expected to happen here on Thursday. It was originally a scheduled ball game with the Brockton Rocks. They're not in town. Norwich playing an exhibition game here on this Thursday night. To save some arms, the rostered staff have brought in a couple of newcomers. Get some outings here and chew up some innings in a 7-inning exhibition. The 2-1 delivery home is crushed foul out down the right field line. Chasing after it was Stratus as it ping-pongs off the side wall down the right field line. Stratus not normally a right fielder. Go a long, long way to even try and make a play on it, but the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Norwich returns to Future League action tomorrow. It'll be a meeting with the Vermont Lake Monsters. Currently sit third in the Future League standings. On Saturday, it's a scheduled doubleheader with the Westfield Starfires, and the regular season concluding on Sunday against the Future League Road Warriors. Jensen has the count even. The 2-2 delivery home is again punched foul down the right field line. Good battle shaping up here between Barkassi and Connor Jensen. Barkassi out of Central Connecticut. Teammates there with Bo Jaworski, and Ducatelli's ball 3 misses upstairs, and Oates is not going to even contest a throw down to the second base bag as Yadriel Gonzalez finds his way into scoring position. Barkassi saw limited time at Central Connecticut, appearing in just 5 games, but was brilliant in the playing time he did see, batting to a .400 average. In the air to right field, Stratus moving over into foul ground as it pops in and out of his glove. Stratus, who had to take a long run out from right field all the way into foul territory, was unable to hang on to the baseball, and the at-bat still going here in a full count between Chris Barkassi and Connor Jensen. It'll be ruled as an error to Christian Stratus. Would have been the end of the second instead. Go a little further. Barkassi will live to see another day. Oates set up outside. The 3-2 pitch is again launched foul off into the distance down the right field line. See a 9th pitch here between Barkassi and Jensen. What Jensen has in store in a full count with the runner aboard in scoring position. That is Yadriel Gonzalez. The 3-2 delivery. Gonzalez is going as a little blooper into shallow center field. Unable to make the catch on it is Tomasetto. It'll plate the 4th run of the ball game for Wallingford. It's their third here in inning number 2. Tomasetto had to go a long way to even try and come up with that baseball. It was lifted out into center field behind the second base bag. This might be the end of the line for Jensen. Couple of errors. That will not be an earned run charge to Jensen as Tomasetto is unable to hold on to it. Initially, it was Christian Stratus in foul ground and right field. It was unable to squeeze out number 3, and this time around it was Nick Tomasetto. Was unable to make the catch to retire Barkasi, who will reach on an error. Damage is done. Already 3 more runs here in the second, and the lead is 4. It'll bring up the catcher, Ian Wirtz, with 2 outs and a runner aboard at first. 4 runs on 6 hits so far tonight for Wallingford. The swing and a miss from Wirtz. Has Jensen out in front, no balls and 1 strike. Runner is going, a swing and a miss for strike 2 and no throw down from Michael Oates. It'll be a stolen base for Chris Barkasi, and it's the 4th of the night so far for the Silver Storm, who have been doing all kinds of damage on the base pass. Jensen's had his troubles trying to control the running game. Right now trying to take control of Wirtz, who pops up the 0-2 delivery back behind the third base bag. Shifting over is McNally to make the catch in foul ground and end the inning. But it's a 3-run second inning for Wallingford, and it's a 4-0 lead for the visitors. Headed to the home second next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Divino Digital is your one-stop shop for website design, development, and site management. Divino Digital uses the most up-to-date technology to develop their sites. Whether you are looking to build a small website or an e-commerce site with hundreds of products, Divino Digital has you covered. Check them out, located at 31 Hewitt Road in North Stonington, Connecticut, or give them a call at 860-373-7175. That's right, 860-373-7175.
It's a beautiful thing. If you know the answer to that question, please tweet it to 2 places, at Go See Unicorns and at CT Highway Safety. Once again, at Go See Unicorns and at CT Highway Safety for your chance to win. We'll give you the answer later on in our game. First pitcher, 20-win season, 50-save season later on. Further reminder, fans, purchase your K-Cancer sign. They're available at the table on the concourse behind the press box. 100% goes to the Echo Foundation. Leading off the bottom of the second inning for your C Unicorns. First baseman, Galveston College, number 23, M.D. Connor.
M.D. Connor to lead things off for Norwich here in the home second. Good to see Connor back after suffering a injury earlier this summer in Worcester. He went colliding into the wall in the visitors' first base dugout at Fenton Field, trying to chase after a foul ball. Good to see him make a full recovery and return this summer in Norwich. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. The delivery home is taken outside for ball 1. Strong start so far for John DeBarber, who was able to hold Norwich scoreless in the first. 1-2 delivery is delivered foul out into the seats and out towards the concourse on the third base side as it'll roll towards the kid zone. M.D. Connor out of Austin, Texas, just wrapped up his junior year at Galveston College. Has the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Connor, the left-handed hitting corner infielder for Norwich. The 2-2 deliveries popped up third base side. Chasing after it is Gonzalez, is going to make the catch in foul ground to retire MD Connor for out number 1 in the home second. Here comes the hero from last night, Chris Carson. Got the game-winning RBI base knock down the line in right field to win game 2 of the doubleheader for Norwich, which was a long night of baseball last night. Breaking ball misses outside for DeBarber. Chris Carson out of Stony Brook University from New York hammers it out into the right center field gap. It's out of the reach of the center fielder Smith and Kennedy. Carson around second, flying towards third, is going to be waved home. Dombrowski with the stop sign as Carson will try and dive back into the third base bag, is going to be ruled out. Dombrowski initially gave the green light to Carson. Then he stumbled rounding the third base bag. It was a nice return throw out from right field by the right fielder Dylan Kennedy to cut down Chris Carson, who bobbled around the third base bag. Dombrowski gave him the green light. A big second out for DeBarber. Let's look at it. Need the green light, and then by that point, it was the third baseman Gonzalez who was able to apply the tag. And Carson was a dead duck over there at third base. As unconventional as an out can be. It's all because of that throw out there in the wall in right field. In fact, it was the center fielder Mark Smith who fired a cannon back into the infield. And then it was the second baseman Steputis who fired to third. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jack Sweeney. 2-1 pitch home in the air to left field. Racing after it, there is the left fielder. And Martrano will make the catch in fair territory and end the inning. Well, Norwich had themselves a triple off the bat of Chris Carson. Some poor base running is going to really silence this offense for Norwich as we're headed to the third. This is Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Set of headphones courtesy of Sennheiser. Scarlett, here's your first song. Tell everybody who's singing this.
Maroon 5.
Well, Scarlett, and she's good with colors, Maroon 5. Who is singing this next song? Morgan Wallen, she's won. Let's go for the hat trick. Who's singing this? This is a tailor-made song for you. Taylor Swift. Okay, she got it. Congratulations, Scarlett. Thanks for playing. You're going to get those headphones. Enjoy the rest of the game, and thank you, Sennheiser. Leading off the top half of inning number 3 for Wallingford. First baseman Andrew Keeler.
Ready to go here in the third inning. It's a 4-0 lead for Wallingford. 1 in the first, 3 more in the second. Taking control so far here tonight on this Thirsty Thursday. Andrew Keeler, the first baseman, to start things off for the visitors, who are in full control. Norwich has had some offense, 3 hits, including a triple by Chris Carson, but then he was cut down trying to round the third base bag. On the ground, bounce to second. Thomas Seto on his backhand fires to first in time. And for the first time tonight, the leadoff batter retired for the Silver Storm. We'll bring up the designated hitter, Antonio Belgrove. Belgrove was a strikeout victim his first trip to the plate back in inning number 1. That was the final out in the Silver Storm first. Big spot to put up a 0 here for Jensen in the defense. Hit hard to second, sliding effort there by Thomas Seto. On the seat of his pants, able to throw out the base runner Belgrove, who scorched it over to second. Thomas Seto had to work from his right to his left. Who has played the majority of his summer at third base, able to make a spectacular play in the hole at second base on the lip of the grass. 2 big outs to start things off in the top of the third. Bring up the center fielder, Mark Smith, who had a double his first trip to the plate into the right center field gap. Ball 1 misses. Bit inside to Smith. Smith, one of the 3 starters out of Salem State. Popped up, was jammed on the 1-0 delivery to straightaway right field. There is Stratus, and he'll make the catch on it and end the inning. 1-2-3 outing on the hill in the third for Jensen, but it's a 4-0 lead for Wallingford as we head to the bottom of the third. This is Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Come and celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. Enjoy Norwich Unicorn Baseball from the best seats in the house. 20 and 40-person luxury suite options available now. For more information, contact us at info@goseeunicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at a baseball game this summer. And as always, go see Unicorns.
Happy birthday, Laney. Another birthday. Happy 15th birthday to Luke Nicholas. Happy birthday, Luke. Another reminder, fans, for $1 you can purchase the K-Cancer signs. You can purchase them at the table on the concourse behind the press box. 100% of the money goes to the Echo Foundation. Don't forget, tonight we have Narragansett beer specials. Hole in the Wall Bar, right field concourse. Beer sales will end at the end of the 7th inning. Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for the Silver Storm from Salem State University, number 1, Aiden Caraballo. Caraballo now pitching for Wallingford. Leading off.
New pitcher in the ball game for Wallingford is southpaw reliever number 1, Aiden Caraballo, out of Post University from Wallingford, Connecticut, rising sophomore at Post. Faced 9-1-2 in the batting order for Norwich, begun by Aiden Baglino. Baglino last played July 30th on the road at New Britain. Takes strike one on the outside corner. 1 for 4 with a double, a couple of runs scored, and also drew a walk. Baglino batting .242 so far this summer in Norwich. The 1-0 pitch home is a big breaking ball. Ball's outside for ball 2. Already in the third inning of a 7-inning exhibition contest between Norwich and Wallingford. The 2-1 delivery is a ball that just misses. It was a fastball delivered. Just here outside. Count control for Baglino. Catcher out of Fairfield University. The 3-1 pitch home is cut on and missed for strike 2. Ready to go is Caraballo. The full count pitch home in the air into foul ground. Slicing into the bleachers, and the battle will continue here between Caraballo and Baglino. Baglino from Dumont, New Jersey, attended Bergen Catholic, where he batted .276 with 20 RBIs and 6 doubles, and 76 career plate appearances at Bergen. The full count delivery home is inside, and they're going to rule strike 3, and my oh my. We saw a strike 3 called to Nick Tomasetto, but that is just, wow, that looked inside from up here. We'll take a look at it on that 3-2 fastball that caught the inside corner. Here's the delivery from Caraballo. Boy, does that look inside. Nice work, though, by the catcher, Ian Warts, to frame it. Top of the order, Nick Storino. Take ball 1. Every base runner now so critical for Norwich. An offense tough to come by here so far tonight. Quickly the counts, 2 balls and no strikes to Nick Storino, who grounded out to first his first time up. First 3 have all missed to Storino. Storino, an all-star this summer in Norwich. Batting over the 300 marker, will take ball 4. No, it's a 4-pitch, 1-out walk to Storino. Norwich has themselves a 1-out base runner. Bringing up Nick Tomasetto, who's had a strong performance so far tonight, offensively and defensively. Has one of the 3 hits so far tonight for the Unicorns and had a nice sliding play defensively at second base in the top of the inning. First pitch home is on the inside corner for strike 1. Tomasetto is rising sophomore at Rutgers. Takes ball 2 upstairs. Tomasetto did not see any playing time as a rookie with Rutgers, but will be competing for playing time for some action as a sophomore around the infield diamond. He's been a utility player for Norwich this summer. He's played some third, played some second as well. Also has the ability to play short. Count in his favor, 2 balls and 1 strike. Caraballo coming home. Misses upstairs for ball 3. Tomasetto began his high school career at Woodbury before transferring to West Deptford. Member of the key club at West Deptford. Here comes the 3-1 delivery. Skied into foul ground on the right field side. It's going to go over the Norwich bullpen. Then bounce back onto the playing surface. But the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes at West Deptford. Nick Tomasetto is a 3-year varsity player, collecting over 100 career hits. Batting .455 with 5 home runs, 5 doubles, and 20 RBIs. Certainly a power threat at the plate. One of the All-Stars representing Team Rose City as he takes ball 4 outside. back-to-back walks with an out as Norwich with runners at first and second. And Christian Stratus coming to the plate.
Whoa, right fielder, Christian Stratus.
Runner at second is Storino, and the base runner at first, Nick Tomasetto. Ball one misses up and into Stratus, trying to get Norwich on the board. The 1-0 delivery in the air over the head of the shortstop. Barcasi around third. Storino stumbled, will backtrack. And Norwich has them loaded. Christian Stratus with his second hit of the night, starting to catch some fire here offensively. Norwich with a golden opportunity for the cleanup hitter, Michael Oates. Oates has started to find a rhythm for himself offensively, 4 for his last 15 in Futures League play. The 1-0 delivery home is topped foul, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Oates out of North Weymouth, Massachusetts. Made his season debut back on June 13th against Westfield. A productive night in Game 2 of the doubleheader, 2 for 3 with the double. Helps spark the Game 2 comeback in the finale of the Twin Bill against New Britain. Help Norwich win round 2 of the Route 2 bout. The 1-1 delivery in between the third baseman and shortstop into left field. Storino around to score. Here comes Tomasetto. He'll slide home safely. RBI base knock. Michael Oates, who was able to punch it out into left field. And Norwich has cut the deficit in half. It's 4-2. What a piece of hitting there by Michael Oates. The Yukon kid can certainly swing it. He's playing his best stretch of baseball right now. It's about getting hot at the right time, and this is the time of summer. You want to start to feel comfortable at the plate. A bouncing ball over to third, collected there by Gonzalez. Will fire it. It's a high throw. It was airmailed to the first baseman, Keeler. And Norwich has them loaded. It's going to be an error committed by Yadriel Gonzalez. Runners everywhere here for the Unicorns. And a chance for MD Connor. So McNally reaching on an error. Norwich still batting. 1 out here in the home third. Connor popped out in foul ground to the third baseman in his first plate appearance. So we'll take strike 1 on the outside corner. Left-hander working from the full windup here with the bases loaded. The 1-1 delivery is back to the screen for strike 2. This past season at Galveston, Connor batted .248 over 51 ball games with 29 RBIs and 33 runs scored. Chance to help Norwich get closer to even as that one is hammered foul. Down the right field line. Connor crushed the hanging breaking ball. Fortunately, was a little early. had the chance to tie the ball game. Runners everywhere for Norwich. Stratus at third, Oates at second, and McNally at first. The 1-2 delivery is scorched into right field. Stratus will come home and score. The green light ahead for Oates, and we are tied at 4. RBI base knock, MD Connor. And Norwich has battled back, and they've evened the scoring with 4 in the third. What an approach there with 2 strikes by MD Connor. Similar breaking ball, 12-6 action. It was a hanging breaking ball, and it was MD Connor who was on time on that occasion, and he makes Caraballo pay. Still just 1 out. And it's Chris Carson at the plate. Norwich now 4 runs on 5 hits. Runners at first and second for Chris Carson. The delivery home is upstairs. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. MD Connor stands at first, and the base runner over at second is Aiden McNally. Chance for the Scenic Horns to take the lead. Chopper over to second, collected there by Steputis. He'll go over towards his middle infielder teammate, Barkasi. They'll have runners at the corners, but 2 outs. 4-6 on the fielder's choice ground out. We'll bring up Jack Sweeney, who flew out to left field in his first excursion to the plate. They're looking to give Norwich the lead as they'll take strike 1 on the outside corner. Sweeney still looking to make that adjustment to collegiate pitching, just batting 107. 11 ball games this summer with the Scenic Horns. The 0-1 pitch home is high and tight, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sweeney, 6 feet, 185 out of Cream Ridge, New Jersey. The 1-1 delivery is upstairs for ball 2. 2022, Sweeney was named to the Perfect Game Mid-Atlantic Indoor Showcase Top Prospect list and was named Co-Player of the Year, CBC Co-Player of the Year this past season with Allentown as a senior, where he put up video game-like numbers, where he slugged 5 home runs, batting .403, 31 for 77 with 8 doubles, a triple, and 30 RBIs. Dynamic player at Allentown. The 2-2 delivery is in the air, popped up to center field. Moving back in medium center field to make the catch on it is the center fielder, Mark Smith, and the inning is over, but Norwich has battled back, and they've tied the ball game. A 4-run third inning, and we're all even. This is Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
The Norwich Scenic Horns are proud to celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. The point-of-sale merchandise store has you covered all season long and is pleased to offer new merch weekly. From the Norwich Navigator days to today, we honor our past and celebrate our future. Gear up today at the point-of-sale team store, open for all home games and 24/7 access online at GoSeeUnicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at the ballpark this summer, geared up in the Sea Unicorn spirit. And as always, go Sea Unicorns.
Versus the Road Warriors. That's the reason to ride Bike Night. So we're home tomorrow at 6:30, Sunday at 4 p.m. Please join us. off the top of the fourth inning for the Silver Storm. The right fielder, Dylan Kennedy.
Aggressive on the first pitch is a pop-up in the infield. It's going to be the third baseman McNally who's going to take control behind the pitching rubber. Connor Jensen's able to retire the leadoff batter here in the fourth.
Second baseman, Ethan Stapoulis.
We'll bring up the second baseman, Ethan Stapoulis, who struck out in his first trip to the plate. Big inning here for Jensen to put up a big 0 after Norwich has come back with 4 runs. The bottom of the third inning to deadlock the score at 4-all. No delivery is cut on and missed, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch, chopped over to third. McNally on the in-between hop on the run in the full splits. MD Connor. It's the Olympics. Might have to put him on the gymnastics team with that kind of effort. It was a bullet of a throw by Aiden McNally across the diamond. A slow bouncing ball off the bat is Stapoulis. Take a look at this play. The 2 corner infielders. How about that? The flexibility there by MD Connor to help Connor Jensen retire the first 2 in order. This is the first game of the summer for McNally at third with Norwich. Made his previous 5 starts at first base, but looks like MD Connor's in some discomfort after reaching out into the full splits. Take a look back at that play. We'll try and slow this one down for you. See that play. So here's a look at this play here by MD Connor. There's a bang playing at the first base bag. Pulled up for you on the replay. They slow down that speed for you. Low throw, Connor extending, and ooh, there's a collision there at the first base bag between Ethan Stapoulis and MD Connor. And it was the cleat of Stapoulis that clipped the hand of MD. He's already battled some injuries here this summer. Hope that he'll be all right and can stay in this ball game. Take a quick timeout. We'll step aside. Don't go anywhere. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. And it looks like MD Connor is going to be all right. 2 quick outs to start things out in the Wallingford fourth. Bring up the left fielder, Sam Amertrano. Couple of warm-up tosses here for Connor Jensen. Trying to stay loose here as MD Connor gets himself skirted away at the first base side of things. For collision with the beach runner, Ethan Stapoulis, as his cleat clipped the hand of MD Connor. I think it was more of the arm, in fact, but good to see that he's all right. First 2 have been set down in order to start matters in the fourth. Fastball catches the outside corner. Number 9 hitting left fielder, Sam Amertrano. Jensen coming home, a swing and a miss there for strike two. Amertrano from Guilford, Connecticut. 5'7", 150. Here comes the 0-2 pitch home, way outside for ball one. Prior to attending Quinnipiac, Amertrano was a 2023 conference champion at Guilford High School, where there's also a all-conference selection in his senior year. As ball two dives inside and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting corner outfielder Sam Amertrano. Jensen set at the belt. The 2-2 deliveries way outside for ball three. Overthrown fastball. Nice block there by Michael Oates. Jensen trying to set down the Silver Storm in order here in the fourth. The count is full to the number 9 hitter Amertrano. The 3-2 delivery is taken for ball four. So it's Amertrano who's able to draw a 2-out walk. This is going to bring out the manager, Kevin Murphy. This could be the end of the line for Jensen. Worked 3 2/3 innings, allowing 4 runs, 3 earned on 5 hits. As Kevin Murphy will come out to the mound, as will the entire infield defense. Little powwow at the mound has quickly come to an end. Jensen's going to get a chance here to try and wrap up this 4th inning on his own accord. It'll have to come against the leadoff batter, Yadriel Gonzalez, who is provided all kinds of danger tonight with a double and an RBI base hit. 2 for 2 so far. The box score line for Wallingford leadoff hitter, as ball one backs him up inside. Base runner aboard at first is Amertrano. He drew a 2-out walk, and he's in motion. The pitch home is the ball upstairs. A good throw from second, and it's going to be ruled that Amertrano did beat it out. It was a strong throw by the catcher, Michael Oates. Take a look at that throw down to the second base bag on the off-speed pitch, which missed upstairs and able to get his fingertip on the backside of the second base bag. There was Amertrano, who found himself into scoring position. Count leverage for Gonzalez. The 2-0 delivery skied in the air into shallow right center field, converging over and coming in to make the catch on it is Christian Stratus. Center fielder Chris Carson was there behind him to support him, but the inning is over. Jensen able to work around a 2-out walk as we're all even 4-4 as we head to the home fourth here in Norwich. This is Scenic Horns Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center.
You please stand and show your signs that you signed for somebody you know who has or had cancer. Thank you, and thank you, the Echo Cancer Foundation.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day. and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Now playing first base for Wallingford.
New pitcher in the ball game is right-handed reliever from Salem State, Jake Boucher. As the baseball for the Wallingford Silver Storm. As we get set for the bottom of the fourth inning, Boucher, the all-time saves leader, recorded his record-breaking 12th career save when the Vikings beat UMass Maritime on April 20th this past spring. First delivery is a called strike to begin matters with Aiden Baglino. Baglino led off the fruitful third inning for Norwich, but he was called out on strikes. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Boucher from Wallingford, Connecticut. The 1-1 delivery is way outside, and the count is quickly 2 balls and 1 strike. Boucher, the righty reliever, 5'8", 175 out of Wallingford, Connecticut, attended Cheshire Academy. Also played some infield at Salem State as well. The 2-1 delivery is a fly ball out to center field. Racing over and making the catch on it is the Wallingford center fielder Mark Smith to retire Baglino for out number 1 in the Norwich fourth. To the top of the order, Nick Storino. He drew a walk in his last trip to the plate and grounded out to first to begin his night. So far, 0 for 1. First delivery home to Storino is a called strike. Boucher offensively at Salem State batted .306 over 34 games with 14 RBIs and 21 runs scored. See what Storino can do with him at the plate. Opposite field, out towards the left fielder, backing up and changing the route slightly is Hammer Toronto to make the catch on it in medium left field. 2 up and 2 down for Boucher in the home fourth.
Second baseman,
Bringing up Nick Tomasetto, who's 1 for 1 and has also drawn a walk on base both times so far tonight, and has also made some nice plays defensively. Tomasetto trying to find his stroke at the plate. Recent dry spell, that's going to help the cause as he flips it the opposite way into right field. Second hit of the night for Nick Tomasetto as he punches a base hit into right field. Norwich has themselves a 2-out base runner. Two outs for Christian Stratus, who also has a multi-hit game himself tonight. Stratus out of P27 Academy, transferring from UAB to Northern Oklahoma for his junior year. Excuse me, for his sophomore year. He'll be a redshirt sophomore. We'll have the chance to play 2 years at Northern Oklahoma, and then we'll try and relocate back to Division I baseball. Really feels like this is a better fit for himself, a chance to play every day. As they check in on the base runner, Nick Tomasetto just able to beat it out. Oh boy, was that a close one. As the reliever Boucher fired over to first to take a look at Nick Tomasetto. Just able to get his hand back in the nick of time. No balls and 1 strike to the right fielder Stratus, who lifts the fly ball out to center field. Racing over the center fielder, unable to get up to it is Smith. Around third is Tomasetto. The green light will wave him home. It's an RBI double. Christian Stratus has his 3rd hit of the night. And Norwich has come all the way back to take the lead in the 4th. Christian Stratus able to shoot it into the right center field gap. Sent the center fielder Mark Smith and the right fielder Dylan Kennedy on a manhunt to try and come up with the baseball. It was hit into no man's land, and Stratus has continued to stay hot at the plate. Batting over 300 over his last 5 games, and albeit these stats don't count, but everyone on the diamond certainly takes pride in their plate approach and what they're doing every at-bat. Stratus with the big lead, but a big wave and a miss there by Michael Oates on the off-speed pitch. After retiring the first 2 in order, Norwich has come to life here with a couple of outs here in the 4th. 1 delivery way outside, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. At Salem this past spring, Boucher worked 18 2/3 innings, allowing those 3 earned runs and a 1.45 ERA. The 1-1 pitch home is cut on and missed for strike 2. Another good-looking off-speed pitch had Oates way in front of it. They're trying to battle his way here out of the 4th as he's able to punch out Michael Oates. Norwich gets the job done thanks to a go-ahead RBI double by Christian Stratus. And the Unicorns have the lead. It's 5-4 as we head to the 5th.
Trivia contest. Tyler, who's down there and what's the trivia?
All right, Ed. Hello, I'm back. I hope you're happy. All right, who am I here with?
Lucy? Mia.
All right, so your trivia question is, what city will host the 2028 Olympic Games? Is it A, Tokyo, B, Los Angeles, C, Boston, or D, Miami?
Los Angeles?
That is correct. You are going home with a Dodge Stadium prize bag. Ed, back to you.
Thank you,
Hopefully enjoy the
Tyler,
rest of
and
your night.
great job, kids. Fans, as we talk about Dodge Stadium trivia, I think my greatest night here at Dodge Stadium in 24 years was the night we honored fellow St. John's graduate, longtime Yankees public address announcer, Bob Shepard. 24 years meeting Bob Shepard was my biggest thrill here at Dodge Stadium as he threw out the first pitch. The man who Derek Jeter wanted to have a tape of him announcing Derek Jeter after Bob Shepard passed.
summer. But unfortunately, won't count in the future league standings as there's the curveball in there for strike one. The sidearm type of release here for Jasek. Certainly a completely different arm angle as the 0-1 delivery's popped up into foul ground. MD Connor shading over. He's going to make the catch on it and will retire the leadoff hitter in the Wallingford fifth to take care of Chris Barkasi. One away for the catcher, Ian Wirtz. Jasek this past spring at Quinnipiac pitched to a 6.89 ERA. 1-0 record in 10 appearances over 15 and 2/3 innings of work.
Your attention, please. There were two number 22s. This is from Yukon Avery Point. Number 22, Tim Cap.
Going to be Tim Cap pinch hitting here as he skies the 1-0 delivery. That's going to go sailing foul. And the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Some reserves being used off the Wallingford bench as the sidearm delivers a fastball in there for strike two. Tricky arm angle to try and pick up the release from Jasek's right arm. Certainly a unique look. It's not quite at the same level of Jimmy Mulvaney's release point, which is a little further down. Still not over the top, the traditional look. Avery Cap will try and handle it. The 1-0 delivery is going to run all the way in and hit him. So it was a 1-2 delivery that runs inside and hits Avery Cap. It's a 1-out base runner for the Silver Storm. Be another pinch hitter. This is Gavin O'Brien coming to the plate. He'll be headed to UMass from East Lyme, Connecticut. 1-0 delivery. Backs up inside, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes. Plenty of changes being made by Wallingford as we've entered the 5th inning. Jasek 2-0 delivery is spun outside for ball 3. A nice sliding block by Michael Oates. Norwich just trying to put up a 0 here and try and keep Wallingford off the board after striking for a run in the first and 3 in the second to jump out to an early 4-0 lead. Norwich has since erased the deficit with a 4-run 3rd inning and a run in the 5th. A 4-run 3rd inning and a run in the 4th, but back-to-back walks as Wallingford in business here with 1 out.
Designated hitter Antonio Belgrove.
Bring up the DH Antonio Belgrove. Runners at first and second and 1 out. Big spot here for Jasek to try and battle back from. Surrendering a pair of walks after retiring the leadoff batter in the inning. That was Chris Barkasi. 2 catches the lower edge of the outside corner, and Jasek in full count control of the Wallingford DH Antonio Belgrove. Norwich straight up here defensively all around. Right-hander coming home, but it's outside for ball 1. Ball 2 as the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Antonio Belgrove. Belgrove out of Salem State. Jasek who will step off the rubber and call time. The 2-2 delivery home is slicing foul out into the concourse. Belgrove was named a Rookie of the Week earlier this spring. Was the MASCAC Rookie of the Week with Salem State. Stamford, Connecticut native. Added .333 during that week. Here comes the 2-2 home from Jasek. It is taken outside. And the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Antonio Belgrove. The Quinnipiac reliever. Jasek trying to work his way out of a jam. Here comes the full count delivery. It is outside for ball 4. 3 consecutive walks has loaded them up, and the gates have swung open. It's a golden opportunity for Wallingford, trailing by a run. Bring up the center fielder, Mark Smith, with the bases loaded. Hit batsman and a couple of walks have set the stage for Wallingford. Ball 1 misses way outside. Jasek has entered the transfer portal here this summer. Still looking to find a new spot. This is a golden opportunity for him to audition and try and create some impressions as ball 2 is inside. Count leverage building for Mark Smith, who is 1 for 2 with a double and a flyout. Obviously, this is an interesting scenario with it being an exhibition game, and Norwich adding some arms to the staff here to get through this ball game, not having to use any of their rostered players pitching-wise. Here comes the 2-0 pitch, outside for ball 3. Good effort there by Oates to keep that one in front of him. Set up inside, but it missed outside to the right-handed hitting center fielder, Mark Smith. Here comes the 3-0 delivery, is in there for strike 1. Jasek walking a fine line here with no margin of error, with the bases loaded and a 3-ball count. The number 6 hitter in the Wallingford lineup. Here comes the 3-1 delivery, is taken for strike 2. Nails the outside corner, perfectly located fastball with plenty of movement. East to west. Jasek is battled back to work the count full from 3-0. It's 3-2. As the 3-2 delivery is punched foul. That was a laser. Shot out of a cannon into the seats. Make sure that everybody's all right. Come up with a souvenir in the bleachers. That was a rocket off the bat there, Smith. Trying to find a second out. Oh, here comes the full count delivery. It is taken for ball 4. Wow. Saw the pitch that was ruled a strike to Baglino. It looked like it was a similar spot. Jasek doesn't get the favorable call from the home plate umpire. And we're all tied. It's 5-5.
Attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Batting for the right fielder, Kennedy from Nichols College, number 44, Carl Miller. Miller now batting for Wallingford.
We'll bring up Carl Miller. He's the pinch hitter, batting in the spot of Dylan Kennedy. A borderline call, and unfortunately for Jasek, who has had some command trouble here. 3-2 delivery did not go his way. Able to come back with strike 1 at the top of the zone. Really all up to Jasek. There's no movement. It is a lifeless bullpen for Norwich down the right field line. All in the hands of the former Quinnipiac reliever Evan Jasek, as the 0-1 off-speed pitch is popped up in the air, trailing into foul territory. It's going to go into the bullpen. Quickly, the count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. Miller trying to protect with 2 strikes against the Norwich reliever, Evan Jasek. Here comes the 0-2, way outside, all the way to the backstop, out of the reach of Michael Oates. Wallingford has taken the lead on a wild pitch offered by Jasek. A 2-run 5th inning has restored a lead here for Wallingford. Still just 1 out, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Carl Miller, the pinch hitter in the spot of Dylan Kennedy. On the ground, bounce to the shortstop, moving over. Storino is able to fire. It is not in time. It's Wallingford catching all the breaks right now as the first baseman, M.D. Connor, went into the full splits once again. It was a slow hit roller over to the shortstop, Storino. Here's a look at that slow bouncing ball that Storino is able to collect. And yes, it does look like Miller is able to beat it out. It was a bang-bang play at the first base bag. The lead for Wallingford is 2. It's 7-5. Aggressive on the first pitch. It's a base hit into center field. 1 run will come home to score. It's an 8-5 lead for Wallingford, as it was Ethan Steputis who ambushed Jasek on the first delivery. So we'll bring up Sam Amertrano with runners at first and second. Already a big inning here for Wallingford. It's a 4-run 5th inning, and they have taken a 3-run lead. Coming home, and the delivery is a strike on the inside corner to Amertrano. Baseball all about momentum and lead changes. Already seen a couple here tonight. Jasek's had some difficulty finding his rhythm here in relief, and a spot relief appearance. Norwich is short of arms. They do not really have anyone to pick from. Might have to see some positional players get on the mound. Saw that in a blowout loss against the New Britain Bees, where we saw Anthony Tirado and Trey Porter come in and pitch. This ball game could certainly ask for it, depending on the situation. Jasek certainly has a pitch count and a pitch limit. Still trying to work his way out of his first inning of work as strike 2 is back to the screen. Andriel Gonzalez, the dangerous leadoff hitter for Wallingford, is the on-deck batter. Now Jasek has a double play still in order with runners at first and second. Force out anywhere. An even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes to the number 9 spot in the order. Sam Amertrano weighs and misses at strike 3. Jasek able to challenge Amertrano with a fastball. Was able to beat the left fielder, Sam Amertrano. It's a big second out. Norwich has the door cracked open to finally escape this big inning from Wallingford. Popped up. This is into shallow center field. Chris Carson moving in on it. Gadriel Gonzalez is retired on 1 pitch. A big inning, though, for Wallingford as they've reclaimed the lead thanks to a 4-run 5th inning. It's 8-5 for the Silver Storm as we head to the home 5th. This is Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Better it burns. Much better. So
Summer is here and the temps are soaring, but it seems like insurance prices are too. Let the Burns Agency bring the relief. Our quality coverage at unmatched pricing with top-notch service makes us the trusted choice for Eastern Connecticut. Home, auto, business, life, the Burns Agency does it all. We're a third-generation, locally owned and operated agency with 2 convenient locations. Walk in, give us a call, or chat online today. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better at Burns. Much better. So much better at Burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Car wash, courtesy of Golden Nozzle Car Wash. They're in West Main Street in Norwich. So, Alicia Smith, Heather Bartlett, please report to the Dime Bank Information Booth to claim your prize. It's time for our junior announcer, so I can take that break. His name is Garrick, and he's from Charlemont, Massachusetts.
Ready to go here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Aiden McNelly will lead things off as the curveball falls in for strike 1. Ready on righty matchup to start the 5th. Norwich trailing by 3 after a big top of the inning by Wallingford. They have struck for 4 runs. Some movement in the Norwich bullpen. The all-star reliever Gavin Hawks loosening. The end of the line for Jasek as the fastball whistles in just outside for ball 2. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike to the Norwich third baseman Aiden McNelly. McNelly 0 for 2 is struck out and has also reached on an error by the Wallingford third baseman, but the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. To the screen, and that was pretty close to MD Connor, who's the on-deck batter. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Norwich as they like to try and respond after surrendering 4 runs to start the 5th. The 3-2 delivery is a fly ball lifted out into shallow right center field. It's going to be put away out there by right fielder Carl Miller. Bring up the first baseman, MD Connor, with 1 out in the home 5th. Only a 7-inning exhibition contest here tonight between the Norwich Unicorns and the Wallingford Silver Storm of the Connecticut Collegiate Baseball League. Norwich will return to future league action tomorrow and the remainder of the season. It'll be the Vermont Lake Monsters on Fan Appreciation Night. Plenty to look forward to as well. Here comes the 1-0 pitch home, is taken on the outside corner for strike 1 as MD Connor wanted an explanation of where that caught the zone. There's been some interesting calls to say the least. Which has continued from yesterday. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Connor still cannot believe the call. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The third base coach right now is Luke Broadhurst. And over at first base, I have to say that is Jimmy Mulvaney, the closer for Norwich. Over at first base. We're getting fun with it here tonight. Ball 3 dives downstairs. Ripped into right field. It's a base knock. MD Connor continues his strong night. It's the second hit of the contest for MD. It's a bullet into right field, and Norwich has themselves a one-out base runner. We'll bring up the center fielder, Chris Carson. Norwich trying to get themselves rolling here offensively. Against Wallingford, against Jake Boucher, the closer from Salem State, who pitched to a 1.45 ERA, is the all-time saves leader at Salem. Delivery home is a strike on the outside corner to the Lindenhurst, New York native, Chris Carson. His bat has continued to heat up for Norwich as of late, including the heroic game-winning strike last night in the finale of the doubleheader. Ball one swerves inside to the Stony Brook product, Chris Carson. Carson 6'1", 205 from the left side of the box. The base runner aboard, MD Connor. Strike two, catches the outside corner. And count control here for Boucher. The rookie at Stony Brook, Carson batted 176 over 68 plate appearances. Found his stride, though, here in Norwich as he reaches out and pokes strike two back to the screen to stay alive. At Lindenhurst High School, Carson served as the team captain for the final 2 years. The Gold Glove Award winner in 2023 and two-time All-County member and 2023 All-Long Island recipient. Trying to protect with two strikes is the left-handed hitting outfielder Chris Carson as he taps another pitch foul to the screen. Boucher trying to target the outside corner on the Norwich center fielder. Check back on the base runner, MD Connor, who dives back in head first safely. Chris Carson also spent some time on the mound at Lindenhurst. A 10-0 record, 143 strikeouts. Hits to a 1.08 ERA. Gotta wonder if his arm could be used here. As ball two misses outside and the count is even. The career ERA of 1.08 for Carson at Lindenhurst High School in New York. Will do it on both sides of the diamond. Here comes the 2-2 pitch home. A wave and a miss there on the Uncle Charlie as Carson's punched out for the second out in the Norwich fifth. Bring up the power hitting corner outfielder Jack Sweeney, who's hit into a couple of flyouts to begin his night. A flyout to left and a flyout to center field. Norwich trying to get something started here offensively, trailing by 3. 5 runs on 8 hits as they check in again on MD Connor, who goes back in head first. MD reached with his second hit of the night on a line drive single into right field with 1 out. Here's the delivery home to Sweeney as the big bender falls downstairs for ball 1. Boucher working from the stretch. The 1-0 delivery is a fastball that misses outside. Going to bring the heat there was Boucher. Good plate discipline there by Jack Sweeney. Counts in his control. 2 balls and no strikes. Batter awaiting on deck is the DH Baglino. The 2-0 home is in there for strike 1. Sweeney will call time and reset himself. It's been an odd strike zone tonight, as we've become accustomed to here the last couple of days. Unfortunately, it hasn't really benefited Norwich in any means. Sweeney waiting, the 2-1 delivery home is in there for strike 2. Another Uncle Charlie. finds a ticket into the strike zone, and we're all even. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs in the Norwich 5th of a 7-inning battle here between the Unicorns and the Silver Storm. Boucher coming home. It is low and away for ball 3. He's just the 3rd player all time from Allentown to be named a CVC Player of the Year. The runner is going. The payoff pitch is cracked foul. Out to the concourse on the first base side by the hole-in-the-wall bar, which is going to be a full house tomorrow with the band Possum coming on Fan Appreciation Night. On Sunday, we will have a Reason to Ride Bike Night, which has been rescheduled from Wednesday this week because of the potential thunderstorms that we were supposed to have. Thankfully, they missed us. We were able to play both ends of a doubleheader last night. Count is full to Sweeney. The 3-2 coming home is back to the screen. Connor's been in motion here with the full count, as you would expect with a couple of outs. Good battle shaping up here between Jack Sweeney and Jake Boucher. The veteran reliever from Salem State against the riser. Jack Sweeney will be headed to Rutgers in the fall. Nice thing for him is he's already able to create some relationships with some teammates, including Nick Tomasetto, who will be a Rutgers product, or is already a member of Rutgers, I should say. The 3-2 pitch home in the air, pounded out into deep center field, moving back. It's all the way at the wall. It is not caught out there at the wall at the warning track. Completely turned around was the center fielder, Mark Smith. What a catch out there in center field to end the inning and rob Jack Sweeney. Gave it a ride out to the wall in center field, completely turned around. His numbers facing us here in the booth. Norwich unable to come up with anything as we move along to the 6th. 8-5 Wallingford on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
All right, up first. So close. All right, all you gotta do is make it on. Oh, and the win. You're going home with a Dodge Stadium prize back. Good job, guys.
It's safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Is Chris Girard. Congratulations, Chris. Head on up to the Dime Bank information booth to claim your prize. Chris Girard to the information booth, please. Long Home Products, serving all of New England for replacement windows, doors, roofing, and bathroom and remodeling needs. Thank you, Long Home Products. Leading off the top half of the 6th inning for the Silver Storm, shortstop Chris Barkassi.
Aggressive on the first pitch is Barkassi. Popped up to the first baseman. There is MD Connor to take care of the leadoff hitter in the Wallingford 6th. Barkassi.
The catcher, Tim Katz.
Bring up the catcher, Tim Cap, who came in for Ian Wirtz. Evan Jasek being given a chance here to work a second inning of relief and preserve any further arms being used in this battle between Norwich and Wallingford of the Connecticut Collegiate Baseball League. Count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Cap with an open stance now closes it as he fouls away strike 2. It's an open look for Tim Cap, who starts with his front foot in the bucket is the term that would be used, and then closes that front shoulder to try and get his timing down, which you see here. Righty catcher is plunked with ball 2, and it's a 1-out base runner for Wallingford here in the 6th. Second hit batter offered by Jessic to the same guy. Fortunately for Tim Cap, since he's coming to the ball game, he's been plunked a couple of times. Strike 1 catches the outside corner. Andrew Keeler at the plate with the 1-out base runner. There's the fastball on the outside corner, dotted. Well ahead here is Jasek. No balls and 2 strikes of the Wallingford first baseman. Keeler. Batter awaiting on deck is Antonio Belgrove. Jasek coming home. The 0-2 delivery is cut on and missed for strike 3. Out of the head of the changeup there was Keeler. Big second out located by Jasek. Plenty of downhill spiraling action as well. 2 outs, a runner aboard for the DH Belgrove. Takes ball 1 downstairs. Belgrove so far tonight has struck out, grounded out, and walked, trying to prolong the top of the 6th. Jasek trying to maneuver around a 1-out, 2-out base runner. As a fly ball is lifted into foul ground. That's dumped into the seats on the third base side. Ellie gave it a look, scoured it down, and realized that was going to become a souvenir. And the count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike to the left-handed hitting DH Belgrove out of Salem State. Plenty of representatives from Salem State on Wallingford lineup here tonight. Strike 2 choked up Belgrove. It was caught in between. Much better inning so far for Jasek, who struggled mightily to control the strike zone in the 5th. Far improved in the 6th. Makes an adjustment. The 1-2 delivery is cut on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jasek to end the 6th. It's a 3-run lead for Wallingford with Norwich coming to the plate. This is Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Thank you, Hyde Park Landscape. If you'll see Unicorns player hits for the cycle at Dodge Stadium this season.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Stadium, October the 5th. That's the Healthy Living Festival right here, October the 5th. And fans, SN Sports on YouTube is the streaming partner for the 2024 Sea Unicorn season. Local sports information and your Norwich Sea Unicorns and SN Sports on YouTube. When you go home tonight, go to YouTube, SN Sports. The game will be on and you might see yourself in the stands. attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for the Silver Storm from Keene State. Number 42, Dylan Ellison. Ellison now pitching for Wallingford. Leading off the bottom of the sixth inning, the USC Unicorns, the designated hitter, Aiden Baglino.
New reliever in the ball game for Wallingford is Keene State product Dylan Ellison out of Ansonia, Connecticut. 6 feet, 190, studying sports management at Keene State. Plenty of changes defensively for Wallingford. New right fielder is Carl Miller. The new backstop, Tim Kapp. And Gavin O'Brien is now playing first base. Baglino fouls strike one back. We would have had a souvenir up here, Jesse. And it's too bad I don't have a glove, so we'll see how my bare hands and my computer screen would have been. I might have been shattered. Olsen working ahead of the catcher, Baglino, who's the DH tonight. Michael Oates doing the catching. Norwich has 4 catchers overall on their roster sheet. Chance for some guys to see some action and some more plate appearances. Baglino's competing for some playing time here in the late stretch. Missile over to the shortstop on the backhand side there of Barkasi is able to take care of Aiden Baglino. And the leadoff batter retired for Norwich here in the home 6th. It's been some nice plays defensively by Wallingford. Now the last play to conclude the 5th inning to retire Jack Sweeney. An incredible catch made out there at the wall by the center fielder Mark Smith. This time it was the shortstop on a rocket to the backhand side of Barkasi to take care of Baglino. Nextrino watches strike one, flip the inside corner. No one delivery home, poked over on the backhand side. There's Barkasi, strong throw across the diamond. Scooped up there by the first baseman O'Brien. 2 up and 2 down.
Second baseman, Nick Thomas.
This past spring at Keene State, Ellison pitched to a 5.22 ERA. A 3-0 record over 17 appearances and 29 and a third innings worked. Held opposing hitters to a 281 average. The delivery home to Thomas Seto is a fastball that misses downstairs. The power arm in the back end of the bullpen for Wallingford. As advertised, featuring all the smoke so far. A tapper out of the reach of Ellison, a soft grounder. There is Barkasi. It was the show for Chris Barkasi here in the 6th. Able to come up with all 3 outs and help Wallingford hold a 8-5 lead as we head to the 7th inning. This is Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Divino Digital is your one-stop shop for website design, development, and site management. Divino Digital uses the most up-to-date technology to develop their sites. Whether you are looking to build a small website or an e-commerce site with hundreds of products, Divino Digital has you covered. Check them out, located at 31 Hewitt Road in North Stonington, Connecticut, or give them a call at 860-373-7175. That's right, 860-373-7175.
Angel Stadium will begin at 9:38 p.m. Eastern Time. We get set to start the 7th inning as ball one dives outside to the center fielder, Mark Smith. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Wallingford in the 7th. Sidearm delivery home is a fastball that misses outside for ball two. That is the final game on the docket for Major League Baseball's the Colorado Rockies and the Angels. A 2-0 pitch home. There's the big twister that falls outside. And news around Major League Baseball, it is unfortunate for Angel fans. Mike Trout's season has come to an end. It's been revealed that he did tear his meniscus and is going to have season-ending surgery. So unfortunate for Angel fans that their star, Mike Trout, is going to be done for the year. It's a leadoff walk to start the 7th as Mark Smith walks on 4 straight pitches. Leadoff base runner for the right fielder, Carl Miller. Miller takes strike one on the outside corner. It was a rocky start to the night for Evan Jasic. He surrendered 4 runs in his first inning of relief. Back in the 5th inning, worked a scoreless 6th, trying to continue that pattern here in the 7th. And another scoreless inning, punched over to second. There is Tomasetto, trying to go the short way to second, and is going to have no play there as he pulls the shortstop, Nick Storino, off the bag. It was a slow little chopper over to the second baseman, Nick Tomasetto. They tried to go the short way to Nick Storino, and the throw was wide of the second base bag. It's runners at first and second, and it's the 3rd error of the night committed by Norwich defensively. It has not been put on the big board, but by all accounts, I would have to imagine that has got to be a play that's got to be made. Whether it's the out at second base or taking the runner at first, there has got to be an out made on that play. See if Jasic can do something here to pick up his defense. The 0-1 delivery is the Uncle Charlie on the outside corner for strike 2. The word from the beginning of the night was to take it easy on the scoring and to favor the offense. The runner is going. A bouncing ball on the backhand side of Storino, who fires across the diamond. It is in time. Nick Storino with a nice play defensively, ranging from his left to his right. In the hole at short, inching towards the lip of the outfield grass. Able to take care of Staputis for the first out in the inning. Runners at second and third for Wallingford as ball one dips outside. On that previous play, it was Carl Miller who was in motion. Broke up any double play. There wasn't really much of a threat on that. Ball punch to the shortstop hole. Norwich has drawn the infield completely in, and Jasic is going to go through the signs once again with his catcher, Michael Oates. He prepares to face Sam Amertano. A couple of Quinnipiac guys battling here as ball 2 slides outside. The former Quinnipiac arm in Evan Jasic, who has since entered the transfer portal. Sam Amertano, a rising sophomore, lifts strike one off the luxury suite deck down into the bleachers. The youngsters going to find themselves a souvenir here tonight. 2 balls and 1 strike to the left-handed hitting corner outfielder Sam Amertano. The 2-1 pitch. There's the breaking ball that crashes into the dirt for ball 3. Spitting image of what we saw in the 5th. Trying to recover from a 3-ball count is Jasic. Another ball would The bases would be loaded for Wallingford. With just one out in the top of the seventh, the 3-1 home, top to second. On the ground, Tomasetto is only plays to the first base bag. It's an RBI ground out for Sam Amertano, and it's the Silver Storm who have restored a 4-run lead.
Third baseman, Yadi Gonzalez.
Back to the top of the order, it's Yadriel Gonzalez, who will bat for the 5th time tonight. 2 for 4 in his night in grand fashion. A leadoff double, an RBI base hit. We'll watch strike one cross the outside corner. Well ahead here is Jasic. Leadoff hitter Yadriel Gonzalez. Players in the Norwich dugout having some fun trying to give direction to the left fielder Jack Sweeney. Give him different directions of where to shade here defensively. A topper over to third. McNally charging in on the run. It's a wide throw that gets away from the first baseman, M.D. Connor. Taking second, Yadriel Gonzalez. And coming home and scoring for the second run of the inning comes
Your shortstop, Chris Barkassi.
Carl Miller. Second error committed by Norwich defensively here this inning. Second error committed by Aiden McNally tonight. Been a sloppy game by Norwich defensively. And they'll look to try and flip the script from before they return to future league action tomorrow against a strong Vermont Lake Monster team. Currently is trailing the second place Westfield Starfires 5-1. Every time Vermont comes to town, it's bound to be a good one here. A little bit of everything when Matt Fincher's group is in the Rose City. A swing and a miss there for strike two. Essex well ahead of the shortstop, Chris Barkassi. Runner in scoring position is Yadriel Gonzalez, who reached on an error by the Norwich third baseman. The 0-2 coming home is taken inside. Well, it's been a borderline spot. Competitive pitch there by Jasic, but get the call from the home plate umpire, and the count is 1-2 strikes with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Jasic from the stretch, the sidearm delivery home is punched into right field. It's a diving effort, unable to snare it was Stratus. The throw coming home is not in time. Gonzalez will score. It was an incredible effort by Stratus to even make it a close call. It was a dying quail in front of Christian Stratus. RBI base knock for Chris Barkassi, and the lead for Wallingford is 6. Here comes Antonio Ducatelli, hands on the hip. Gotta wonder what the Long Island native is gonna discuss here. He did pitch himself at Island Trees High School, but we're having fun with it here tonight, as the entire infield defense is gonna come in and they're going to talk things over here. Absolutely no movement in the Norwich bullpen, so it's in the hands of Evan Jasic to secure the final out. It's a 3-run top of the 7th inning, and Wallingford in full control, 11-5. Take a look at that RBI base hit once again from Chris Barkassi in the air to right field. Stratus selling out to try and come up with it. Did find a patch of outfield grass. The 9th hit of the night for Wallingford. Jasic coming home, punched into left field. It's a base knock, flying around and coming home to score is Barkassi. Fourth hit of the inning for Wallingford. They'll plate their 12th run of the night.
The first baseman, Gavin O'Brien.
We'll bring up Gavin O'Brien, the first baseman who is coming to the ball game for Andrew Keeler. Take strike one on the outside corner. It's been a rocky outing tonight for Evan Jasic. Spot relief role. Not a member of the official Norwich Unicorn roster, but added to save some arms for the final push of the regular season, which will restart tomorrow. The Dangerous Vermont Lake Monster team. 5-5 over their last 10, but prior to that, was on a roll, winning 7 straight ball games. Here's the 1-1 delivery, back to the screen for strike 2. The sneaky Vermont team that currently sits in a playoff position. They're currently the 3rd seed, trailing Westfield by a couple of games. That's a big game going on right now at Bullens Field. At Centennial Field, Vermont. Starfire is holding the lead on the road. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gavin O'Brien. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Comes the 1-2, is taken just downstairs, and the count is even. It's been a 4-run top of the 7th inning. It's the second 4-run inning of the night for Wallingford. Run in the first, 3 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th, 4 more here in the 7th. The 2-2 delivery. Back up the middle on the backhand side. Tomasetto underhand flip to Nick Storino, covering the second base bag. And finally, the monster 7th inning for Wallingford has come to a close. It's a 12-5 lead for the Silver Storm. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, the final inning here tonight of this exhibition contest. This is Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Come and celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. Enjoy Norwich Unicorn Baseball from the best seats in the house. 20 and 40-person luxury suite options available now. For more information, contact us at info@goseeunicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at a baseball game this summer. And as always, go see Unicorns.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for the Silver Storm, Central Connecticut State University, number 20, Ryan McCarroll. McCarroll now pitching for Wallingford. Leading off the bottom half of the 7th inning, the USC Unicorns right fielder, Christian Stratus.
New reliever in the game for Wallingford is Central Connecticut State product, Ryan McCarroll. Southpaw has the baseball for the Silver Storm as they try and tie a bow on what's been a big night here in Norwich, holding a 12-5 lead. In the air to right field, chasing after it there is Miller on the run. Is able to make the catch on it and retire Christian Stratus. One out will bring up the catcher, Michael Oates. Ryan McCarroll, the new reliever, transferring to Central Connecticut from Wheaton College. The Clifton Park, New York native, attended Saratoga Central Catholic High School. This past season at Wheaton, pitched to a 2.35 ERA, a 7-2 record in 11 appearances, and 57 1/3 innings of work. And coming out is the catcher, Tim Kapp. They're going to go through the signs here as they plan a strategy with Michael Oates at the plate. Oates so far tonight is 1 for 3 with a flyout, a strikeout, and a 2-run scoring base hit. That's the left-hander Ryan McCarroll. Here comes the 1-0 pitch upstairs for ball 2. Career ERA for McCarroll of 2.41. Made incredible progression from his freshman season to his sophomore year. As a rookie at Wheaton, pitched to a 7.55 ERA. As a sophomore in 2023, reduced that number to 1.89. Leveled out a little bit, 2.35, but tremendous strides from what he did as a freshman, and that's what you're looking for. You recruit these arms at the collegiate level. You're recruiting kids that are going to continue to grow and develop. Here comes the 3-1 pitch, upstairs for ball 4. Michael Oates draws a 5-pitch walk, and Norwich has themselves a 1-out base runner in the 7th. Bring up the corner infielder, Aiden McNally. McNally was featured in the lineup in both lineup cards in the twin bill last night. At first base in both contests. This is his first start of the summer at third base, the opposite hot corner. To keep Bo Jaworski off his feet. He saw plenty of action over the course of the last week, ever since his bat has come roaring to life. Strike 1 is launched foul, and also a chance for player like Aiden McNally, who has been welcomed into the Rose City last week, made his debut July 24th at Vermont. Allow him a chance to get some more at-bats in. Runner is in motion. Oates is going. It's a wild pitch, well out of the reach of the leaping backstop, Tim Kapp. And into scoring position goes Michael Oates. It's sneaky speed for the catcher Oates, who at one point was a football sensation at the high school level at Xavier High School in Westwood, Massachusetts, where he scored 20 touchdowns as a senior. Here comes the 2-1 home. Launched the opposite way into right field. It's going to fall down. It's a base hit for McNally. Got to feel good for the Limerick, Pennsylvania native. Been in a bit of a drought for his last 10. Able to find something there, albeit doesn't count as an official hit in the stat books, but Norwich has runners at the corners with 1 out. We'll bring up M.D. Connor. Quick powwow at the mound is concluded. As M.D. Connor will hunt a potential 3rd hit here tonight. Already a multi-hit effort for the Galveston College product out of Austin, Texas. Left-hander's delivery home is a fly ball into shallow right field. Backing up there is the second baseman, Steputis, going to make the catch. Barreling down the line now, Michael Oates in a pickle. The throw to home, and they got him. As they hose Michael Oates, and the ball game is over. Wallingford will win this one by a final score of 12-5. Norwich, 5 runs on just 9 hits, but they committed 4 errors defensively. And Wallingford, 12 runs on 10 hits. They played a clean game defensively. Back to the scheduled programming tomorrow when the Vermont Lake Monsters come in town. That's going to wrap up our broadcast here tonight of our 7-inning exhibition. And it's the Wallingford Silver Storm who went to work early. 4 runs over the first 2 innings, and then a big 5th inning and a big 7th inning where they plated 4 runs in each of those. Back to work tomorrow, 6:30 first pitch. When the Vermont Lake Monsters come to town, it's fan appreciation night, and we'll get you set with the pregame show beginning right around 6:15 Eastern Time. For all of our crew at SNSN, we thank you for joining us. Once again, the final score of this Thursday night exhibition is Wallingford 12 and Norwich 5.